Black women need to understand something, that your biggest enemy is not a white woman. Your biggest problem is not, N-O-T, not a white woman. Your biggest enemy is Marisol. Your biggest enemy is the Hispanic woman. She understands how to season food. She understands sensuality, femininity, and she was raised in a patriarchal environment. The difference between femininity and fake femininity is amazing. The Latina problem. Black women, you have a problem. Her name is Maria. Marisol. Love some brothers. And if you notice, they are the old, go to the old black side of town and you will see Hispanics. And the difference used to be that Hispanic men and the men of each group used to kind of keep each other out of the way. Now, interracial dating, intercultural dating, whatever, is not as taboo as it used to be. And when you're talking about what you bring to the table, these women are bringing tables. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
All right, gang, it's your boy Ayindei coming to you from Authentic Alphas, and I finally got my dog back with me, man. Brooklyn in the house. What's up? Introduce yourself, player.
My name is Sa. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, this is my boy, man. This is Brooklyn right here. So, oh man, do we need to hit him with a disclaimer or something like that? Cause
I mean, our views and our opinions are solely based on our experiences. We don't. They're not the most politically correct, I would say.
Word.
They're not facts. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own version of their experience.
Exactly. I mean, basically, bro. I mean, damn, dog. All right, put it this way: we about to go in, but I do want to keep it as respectful as possible. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to. So, in other words, I guess if I had to spit a disclaimer, what it would be is, know that my intention isn't to offend.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? I'll put it to you like that. And then keep in mind, like I said we from Brooklyn for a reason, because I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, New York is a different animal, so you can't be too sensitive when New Yorkers is talking. Y'all should already know that. But what we're going to get into is some topics that are once again, coming to a boiling point. I don't think any of these topics are like new or anything like that. I don't think they're really new issues.
They've been around before we've been around.
That's You know what? Damn right. Because I'll be watching some old-ass documentaries kind of complaining about this same dynamic. But right now, of course, Fresh and Fit are under a lot of heat once again. It's like them boys never stay out of the heat, but they in it again for something, I guess, different than the last time, if I could say that. So, yeah, man, if you want to accuse us of capitalizing on it, damn right. I'm going to capitalize on an opportunity to have this discussion as often as possible. And I'm not referring to Fresh and Fit. I'm referring to what they're in heat for. That's something that definitely needs to be spoken about in the black community. And I'm a dude that's always pushing for that conversation. In fact, I was pushing for this conversation on that very same podcast. So as far as booking black girls, guess who booked the first black girls for Fresh and Fit, buddy? Here you go. Guess who booked the first and only all-black panel on that show? Well, here you go, buddy. So believe it or not, this actually does somewhat kind of involve me, because it's literally what I was trying to prevent by pushing for such panels. I was getting tired of getting accused of being, prejudiced against black women and all this type of stuff. And I think smart people that are using their brains and their mind kind of understand what's going on. And we're going to get into it. We're going to explain it from our perspective. So I think a lot of people kind of really, at the end of the day, know what it's about. But we keep on hiding behind all this name calling and accusing black men of tearing down black women and all this other bullshit. Let's just get to what it really is. And I brought my boy on here because I know he can relate to pretty much all of this. And like I said, I was trying to prevent them from getting these type of accusations. I'm not saying they don't deserve them, because Myron definitely is saying a lot of things that are true, but he's saying it in a very offensive way, and it's intentional. So when we start this video off and I'm telling you we're not intentionally trying to offend, they are. So, all this heat, trust me, they want it, because that's how they're stirring up the controversy and keeping their name on the algorithm. And like I said, we're going to capitalize on it for both reasons. To bring views over to my channel so you can see all this other fire-ass fucking content that I have. And also so that we can once again open up this can of worms. So tell me what you got on it, Si.
So we're going to start with their clip, or?
Oh, yeah, you want to get into the clip first?
I mean, that's
set the tone? All right, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead
It was
and
either
play.
them or
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play. We're gonna kind of talk about this from two different angles, and use the fact that it was recently discussed with Kevin Samuels making a statement about Latin women being the primary competition for black women, which I think is very true. Black
I
women
think
are
that's
usually
valid.
thinking it's white women.
Yeah, I mean, I think they probably mistake white women with the Latinas because of the skin tone. Mm-hmm. So subconsciously, they subconsciously think anything that doesn't look dark enough to be black is
Trust me,
is white.
I've noticed that when it comes to black women, if the female in question isn't black, she a white bitch. It's like no.
100%.
Respect other cultures. There's a lot going on other than white and black. That's literally
But to be
you
fair-
simplifying it.
But to be fair, they're systemically conditioned to think that way.
They are, but they need to be a little stronger minded, or even better, get behind their men that are. See, a lot of these issues wouldn't be issues if black women got behind their men and let their men lead.
But they don't know that. See, we can start.
We getting into it too early. We get into it before we even look at the clips.
Yeah, I mean, you want us to look at the clips first?
No, I kind of do want to set the stage with it, bro.
I'm gonna give you my experience from dating certain types of black women, and I'm gonna say, from my experience, it's normally black Americanized women.
Oh, very, very
You know
much
what
so.
I mean? Like, it's not the black women with the roots from the Caribbean.
Can I just interject real quick though, just so we're on the same page as far as definitions are concerned? When I say black, I am always exclusively talking about Americans. That's why I don't
100%.
consider myself black.
Yeah, I
Okay? I'm Americanized. I was raised in America, but I am not black. You can kiss my fucking balls with that shit. I wasn't raised to allow people to call me black, and I'm not gonna start 4 decades into my life allowing it. I didn't allow it as a child, because that's how I was raised. This is a figment of y'all imagination, okay? You let these, the colonizers, you know what I'm saying?
Western
Yeah, the Western culture put that on you. That's a label they put on you. Now, if they're your so-called enemy, why are you letting your enemy name you? Now I will say, because I have to be considerate. How you say? Responsible? I have to be responsible. I don't remember exactly what age I was when I figured this out. Maybe the early 20s. It finally dawned on me why American blacks are so offended when you tell them, listen, watch your mouth, I'm not black. Take that shit out your mouth, I'm not black. If you want to identify with black, knock yourself out. But I'm not black. The reason why it's so hard for them is because if you remove the word black, tell me what's left.
Just a person.
No, what I'm saying is if you remove black to describe them as a group, what would you call them?
I don't know.
And no.
That's a trick
But
question.
I realize that's why y'all hold so steadfast to that, because that's the only identity you have.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been my issue with black Americanized women. Like, I pay attention to a lot of the things that they complain about. Like, they'll get mad at women who are outside of their race that wear braids.
Word. But
Or
yet they
like-
wear weaves and they wear blonde hair and they wear contacts. I'm so confused. The hypocrisy.
I try not to engage, you know what I'm saying? But like, they do shit like that, or, they get upset when women of other races, and do anything to alter their body
Exactly.
in a way.
To look like they're quote unquote black.
Right. If Americanized blacks just decided to just leave the country for a second and just go
Open your
across
mind.
the waters,
Word. Open your fucking mind.
you would see that, like, the traits that you think are solely belonging to black American people belong to so many other races, like
Including lack of travel. Because if you give a nigga $2,000, he gonna buy some exclusive Jordans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might buy like one of them new man purses or some shit.
Yeah.
He gonna buy some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You give a white boy $2,000, he backpacking in Prague.
Yo.
Facts. I'm just keeping it real. You give a black woman $2,000, she gonna buy a new wig or a weave. She gonna get her nails done. I'm keeping it real. Travel gonna be the last thing on her mind. The last thing on her mind is travel and opening up her mind.
It's crazy. That's why when I say that, because when you meet black women in London, black women in other countries in Africa, black people in Germany, like, there's so many.
Yeah, but I want you to stop saying black. Just like maybe people of color or something.
Meaning black in the terms of what the masses
Right,
consider to be black.
right, okay.
That when I say it in that sense, like colored people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know, you go to Colombia, there are men that look like you and I that
For
don't
sure.
even speak English.
And they do not identify with black
100%.
at all. If you tell them they're black, they're going to look at you confused. They're going to be like, I'm Colombian. Because that's the next thing I was going to tell y'all. If you don't travel, you probably might not know this, but only in America do we fucking use these terms. Only in America do you call black people black and white people white. Anywhere else, you are the country. Meaning, if we had the logic that all the other countries have, we would just be American. That's it. We would just be
100%.
Americans.
100%. No, you're right. And that's what I've learned. Like you go to DR, you go to Trinidad, you go to Jamaica, you go to any island or anywhere in South America, you see that the people's tones of skin vary.
Exactly.
But they're all of the same culture.
And we're not saying colorism doesn't exist. It does.
No, colorism is a whole different thing.
Right.
But I, from my experience, I feel like the colorism that exists in this country is more amongst our own people. You know what I mean?
Most
Like,
certainly is. It most certainly is.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I got my most, because I know when people see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh well, who hurt them?" And I'll tell you.
Oh, somebody was in my comments with that. I'm
That's
like,
cool.
yo, what the?
I'll give you.
That's
the
not what this
science.
ain't about. My feelings.
It is what it is. Whatever. For the satisfaction of who hurt them, I'm gonna tell you. Like growing up, you know, when I went to school, you know, in Brooklyn, the most shit that I ever got from anyone about my skin tone being too dark or my hair being nappy was from black women.
Them call me African booty scratcher. Man, me not even African, you know. I come from
Exactly.
Jamaica, I call me African. Me not scratching a fucking boot. What the fuck you mean scratch pan boot?
But that's my point. Like, so growing up, all the opposition I received, all the name calling, all the coloristic jokes came from girls that I were trying to talk to that were black.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Black ass.
Yeah. So I never heard those things from a Latina girl. Like,
Yeah,
from a Spanish girl or from a white girl. Like if white girls are into a guy that's a man of color, they're not really looking at the shade of color.
Nope,
they're just
exactly.
Into
They either like it or they don't.
They either like.
And I don't even say like it or don't. They're either attracted to it or they're not.
Like they either attracted to it or not.
Right.
So when I, you know, these are things that come from, quote unquote, our own women.
It's our own people
that are breaking us down, tearing us down because they feel like we're incapable of being able to lead, but yet they want to own us.
Exactly.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh no, those are our black men.
And they've been either told that we can't lead, and then that's compounded by us never being allowed to lead. So it's like, first of all, you were told that black men can lead, and then when you got to an age, you never allowed a black man to lead. So it's like you never tested it. You just went ahead and believed what your miserable ass grandmammy and mother and auntie and whatever told you. But what they left out was their inability to choose correctly. So the way they explain it to you, I guess I gotta call you black women because you don't want to be called anything else. So I guess, or we can call you African American, which is the stupidest shit because we did not come from Africa. But I don't know that because you don't want to pick up no damn books on your own. You want to keep believing what your so-called enemies taught you. It's amazing how y'all keep on running to white supremacy as a scapegoat, yet white supremacy is who told you was from Africa and who told you was from black. If you do the research, you're not from Africa, bruh. Okay, we was already in these lands, meaning my people was already through the Caribbean and Jamaica, okay, and the natives here were already, you know what I'm saying, copper colored, his color, my color. That's who was here when the settlers got here, man. God damn, pick up a book, bro. It kills me that people actually believe that we came from Africa. And if you really want to get deep with it, this will blow your mind. None of y'all gonna believe me, but are you gonna put the effort into doing the research? The very first place that they can place dark-skinned people or black or whatever you want to call them, this is going to blow your mind. It's not even Africa.
You say China? I don't know.
China too, but even earlier than China, because the original people in China were also black. But the place that they could put you back, the latest in time, they're not going to tell you this because they don't want you to know this information or know this timeline, but the latest place that they could put us is Ireland.
I can see that. I
Wow.
can pretty much see that. Yeah, I can see that. That's valid. Because I do know a lot of people that are black with Irish last names.
You know what's funny?
seen that.
And that's one of the ways that you start getting on that little
Like
paper
a lot
trail.
of like McIntyre.
Right, you start realizing something's not adding up here. And a lot of the names throughout the New World or America, or whatever you want to call it, those names weren't brought by the settlers. Those names were actually already here because there was already a functioning society here that they're not telling you about, with very advanced architecture and so on. But I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off topic. But there's two things that I want to point out that y'all don't. Two areas y'all need to go study. And it would really, really help the black community, especially black women, but I know they ain't gonna do it, which is etymology. Start understanding how words are actually comprised. And if you start learning and studying etymology, you'll see a lot of hidden shit, a lot of hidden secrets that you don't know because you don't know what the prefixes, the suffixes mean, the roots of words mean, and how they work together. And another thing that's so damn real that y'all don't know about is spell casting. Words are actual spells. And that's why casting a spell and spelling a word is the same fucking thing. It's not a coincidence, okay, that they use the same terminology. Cast a spell and spelling a word, right? So words actually are magic. I know I'm going over a lot of y'all head. You're about to say, what is Ayindei talking about? Just because you're not familiar with information does not mean it's crazy. It means your ass is uninformed. So what happens is when you actually allow yourself to be called black and call yourself black, you are actually casting a spell. And when you look up the real etymology of the word black, none of it is anything positive. And if you look at the state of the black community, why is it always degraded? Why is it always the lowest? Why does it always have the most death associated with it? Because those are all words that are synonyms of black. Okay? So you have to start understanding that there's power in words. So when you go around calling yourself black and calling each other black, you're actually basically cursing each other. And it shouldn't surprise you that people who don't accept that term tend to kind of be doing better in life. And they're also not subjected to all this little petty shit.
Not only that, they don't feel like there's this thing that's stopping them from being able to get
That's
ahead.
what I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah, like there's not that. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like that's only an American thing. Like, I'm speaking from my experience of being around individuals who were raised outside of an American structure system, outside of an American value system, whether they're from, other various parts of the world, various islands from the Caribbean, whatever, however you want to slice it. It's just a different mentality on how they're raised. And the black women that we speak of that are here in America, they have this complex that women who were raised in black homes but not under that American concept, they think completely different.
And they're not miserable.
No, they're not.
See, this is the thing. First of all, I'm always going to be like, yo, I'm just here to make you think.
And before you say,
You know what I'm saying?
well, listen, we don't want you guys, this, that, and the third, they can keep y'all, listen, that's nowhere near the point of it. Like,
Yeah, this is not the point of what we're
not-
trying to say.
like,
This is actually for the service of black women, but, it's whenever y'all ready to listen. Because it's the black man that has the ability to set you free from this torment, right?
That's him. I'm
right?
not of the service of anyone. I'm just giving.
No.
experience.
This is
I'm
a
not
service
saying
announcement. I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm not saying what you're saying. is
Yeah.
wrong.
Listen, I'll make it real clear, bro. I'm very, very content with the women that I date. I'm happy with my girl. I know you're happy with your girl, and that's that. I'm sorry for your sisters. You already missed this particular bus, but I care enough to try to give you some advice, like I said, if you want to listen. Now, when you look at Dominican girls, they don't identify with black. Mm-hmm. You know what else they can't relate to? How miserable black women are because they're black. Because they're not even putting that restraint on themselves mentally.
Yeah,
so they're good. So they're good with the complexion of their skin, right? They look good. The dudes they mess with like them just the way they are, and it's all good. So what does that tell you? That tells you right there that it's not a physical thing, because a lot of Dominican girls, you don't even know they're Dominican until they start talking.
And the food is seasoned really, really well.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, you cannot go wrong.
And head isn't off of the table. But anyway, so the point I'm making is that how is it these chicks can look identical?
Black women don't give head?
You know what? I guess I wouldn't know anymore. But and the damn sure isn't gonna be minus the headache. You might have to ask for. You might listen. Hey, look, let's stay on topic. So how is it that you can have an African girl and a black American girl. Identical until they open their mouth. Or you can have a Dominican girl and a black American girl. Identical till they open their mouth. You can have a dark-skinned Puerto Rican girl and a black American girl. Identical till they open their mouth. But I guarantee you, every single time you pair them up, the American black girl is going to be the one with the worst attitude. She's going to be the one that has all these issues with her appearance. She's going to be the one that has all these issues with her men. Right? She's going to be the one with all of that negativity, right? And all that self-hate, all that lack of self-esteem. And I know the black women, they're going to gun for me. I ain't insecure. I ain't really? Then why y'all care so much? Then why y'all care so much when a celebrity dates a white chick or a Spanish chick? Why you care so much when you see something on social media? Stop lying. You are very sensitive about this. And the fact that you're so sensitive shows that there's a lot of insecurities there and there's a lot of issues with self. Now, the point I'm making is that dark-skinned women who identify with their culture, they don't have a problem with their skin. Yeah, like, and they don't have a problem with keeping their men or getting their men.
You go to Jamaica,
right?
Barbados,
that's what I'm trying
Guyana,
to say, bro.
Fucking any island you can think of, gorgeous, dark-skinned women. And
Brazil, all these places, even Spain.
All the Latin countries that have the dark women as well, same thing. They are the most feminine. They are the most loving,
cooperative, affectionate,
like caring, nurturing women that you can ever come across.
When they like it, they let you know. When they need it, they let you know. When they want it, they let you know.
And when they don't like it, they let you know in a manner
that
makes sense. You
right.
know what I mean? Like
they're not gonna contest you in public.
And then there's this thing with like black American women. Oh well, you just can't handle us. And it's like, no one wants to handle us.
That's about to say, we don't want to handle you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I fight niggas. I ain't trying to fight no chick.
Like,
God.
Like, put hands on dudes.
And they don't get it. And this is the thing.
You want to be combative with someone that's supposed to protect you. Like,
this is what I don't understand
doesn't make sense.
about these so-called black women.
And then they say you hate your mother. I love my mother.
I love my mother. Bro,
I love my mother to death. Like, what are you talking about?
You're working against yourself. Because you're the one that's having difficulty securing your own men, yet you're being the most uncooperative. It doesn't even make any sense.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
No, what I'm trying to say is the attitude doesn't even make any sense, because if you're the one that's being affected negatively by this dynamic, you're the one that's being abandoned, you're the one that's being passed up. I'm sorry, sisters, but you're the ones that would need to be willing to compromise. If you're trying to close a deal in the business world, and the people you're trying to close the deal with, they're just like, I mean, we really don't need you. I mean, we really could go with all these other options. You're the one that has to keep on bringing more to the table to try to convince them, you know what I'm saying, to sign with you. So I don't understand how black women are being the most like angry and combative. You're not in a position to do that right now. Black women should be the most humble women. And I tell the black women that are willing to listen to me on the one-on-ones, this is what I tell them. Believe it or not, you actually have the advantage. Because most black men actually do date black women and are interested in black women. And since most black women have terrible fucking attitudes or are known to have them, guess what? All you have to do to set yourself apart. All you gotta do to set yourself apart.
Just be an angel.
Have a better attitude. But they're not even willing to do that.
You know what's so crazy? As black men,
they will not humble themselves.
As black men, that's the accountability that we've had to take. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. So I can
until we get this money and we get this status and we have all these options.
Like I can be in a situation where someone of another race is doing something to me that I don't like.
Right.
And they're expecting me to flare up a certain way. And that self-awareness of knowing who I am and what projection comes out of me when you're paying attention to me, I know that I have to now
be careful.
Shift.
Right.
You know what I mean? The narrative.
Because you already expect this from me as a black man.
You already expect me to go, you know, and do something you're gearing up for me to do something typical.
And our consequences are far more dire.
Oh,
our consequences, if we don't behave ourselves as black men, it's death or prison. If a black woman don't behave herself, it's ostracized, and you can only associate with other ghetto ass black women. But see, that's what happens with you. You got to stay in that little ratchet circle, right?
And when you say that, it also brings to mind the fact that there is almost an incentive for the way that they act. Because if you pay attention to the way that they act, and these are these black Americanized women.
That's the way they get attention.
they get that attention. But if you pay attention to the way the world has shifted to kind of promote homosexuality, the average homosexual man, his way of getting attention and showing his femininity is acting like a black woman.
But then again, it comes back to who raised them also. Because it's really because the fathers came up out that household. Y'all never seen leadership. Y'all never seen love.
Me too.
You never seen
I don't
affection.
even know what my father looks like, but I just know that ain't the way that shit's supposed. Like, there's so many bad examples of shit.
You just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things not
It's
to
just
like.
common
Even
sense,
if I understand exactly what you're saying,
You know what I'm saying?
but
Like-
unfortunately, people don't look at it that way. It's like, damn, I didn't have my father. Well, I'll tell you this one: the black community might not have an abundance of good examples, but they sure as hell got a lot of examples of shit not to do.
You know?
And I think black women, y'all got plenty of examples of how not to behave and how not to act, but you go towards it. That's what you want to do.
And then they say that.
That's what you wanna do.
And then anyone that has, like even, and I look at this in so many different lights because, like, not to go like anywhere off topic, but any black man that I've seen that's broken the mold and really like thought outside the box,
Options open up.
and not only that, but has put themselves in a position where they can't be controlled by anyone, including the black woman.
Woo. They don't like that.
They hate him. Look at Kanye.
Yep.
Black women hate Kanye.
You ain't telling me nothing. They don't even gotta be on that level, bro. Let me tell you something. One thing black women can't stand is when a motherfucker don't even like they can't even get you upset. Everywhere I go, random black women trying to give me some attitude. I go in the post office, whatever. I don't even get mad anymore. I don't even get mad. Like, I just laugh. I'm just like, whatever. Like, you taking this opportunity to have an attitude with me, if that's the highlight of your day, knock yourself out. But guess how much power you have over me? Zero. Because I don't want your pussy. I don't want it. You can keep that. I don't want it.
Nah.
I don't want your pussy. I don't need that, girl. It's okay. You can have it. Give it to anybody, not to me. Right? I don't want to buy nothing from you. You don't have nothing I need to buy. I don't need to buy nothing from you. Sell. I'm not selling you nothing. You can't afford anything that I have. You ask me if I'm personal trainer, obviously, but you cannot afford my packages. I am sorry. I am sorry for you, but you cannot afford me. I cannot train you in the gym. I'm laughing at you. You see? I'm so sorry. This is where it's at, bro. And you can call me, say whatever you want to say, black women, because I'm saying this, believe it or not, I'm saying this out of love. This is the tough love. And I really don't give a fuck. And that should tell you something right there. You're losing any leverage over your men. You're losing it. You're losing it because this is what happens. When you're not there in a supportive role, you're not there encouraging, you're not there inspiring, you know what niggas do? They figure out how to do it without you.
Not only, oh yeah. 'Cause
That's what happens. They figure out how to do it without you.
But here's the funny shit. A lot of their so-called empowerment and the way that they feel proudly about being who they say that they are is not even real because when they act like that with us,
They don't act like that with them crackers.
but they will let the white man lead them.
Oh, for sure.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, no. See that's real talk, though. But hold on. But hold on.
And I'm not talking about lead them in a situation that's close to home or intimate to them. I'm talking about
To something they're not even familiar with.
They'll sit there and they'll give their black man at home that
headache.
That headache. But then when they go to work,
They behave themselves.
They let their boss talk to them. And my thing is, if you're so independent and if you're so strong-willed with your beliefs, you don't pick and choose
Exactly.
who you apply that to.
Yeah, all that selective femininity.
No.
The femininity is conditional.
You allow everybody to feel
Right. It's selective.
And now when I see people that talk that shit to anybody, whether
That's different.
no matter what social class they're in, whatever economic class they're in,
Yep.
I respect how they feel because I know that they giving anybody that work.
And that you only see that when you're dealing with black women that their consumer base is within the black community. If she's a hairdresser, hairstylist, nail salon, that's when they like they themselves 24/7.
I never understood, and this might be a little off topic. I never understood black business owners that promote themselves only to black people. Like,
Word. You was telling me that. Like, what the hell's that?
Like, it doesn't make, like, to me, it's like, yo, money
business is business.
Money's green.
Right.
You understand? Like,
Well, it matters if you're trying to like really build something and have some ownership in the black community. The problem is that's not going to work without the support of the women. So that's the thing. There is no black community when black men and black women don't work together. That's why I don't let nobody pressure me with that. You're not gonna make me feel guilty about that in no which way, shape, or form. Well, I'm gonna dedicate my life to the black community, and these motherfuckers can't even work with themselves. This is ridiculous to me.
Fuck all that. You can take it on a more simple, like on a more lower scale. As a black man, who you got to worry about killing you more than anybody?
Oh, I've been said that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Every time motherfucker threatened my life, tried to take my life, shot at me, stabbed me, it was always a black dude. In the lockup, I was never worried about no white boys, no Latin dudes, nothing. That was crazy. That was crazy.
But these are the things that people fail to address. That's why people don't like Charleston White.
Okay, let me tell you how bad this stuff is. Because I'm sorry, bro. I'm always gonna look at stuff very analytical. I'm always gonna I'm always gonna break it down. I'm too goddamn observant. I'm sorry. If other people can't see it, they can't catch up. That's not my problem. I don't gotta dumb nothing down for nobody. You don't get that's on you. I get it. Okay? I'm always trying to put something into perspective to make it easier for myself to understand.
We got 1 + 1 has to equal 2.
Exactly. And the problem is hypocrisy is just like it's punch you in your nose. And I'm gonna give you an example of the type of hypocrisy that black women carry on with. And it's like the mere fact that y'all want to argue back and forth with black men over facts. This is why you are where you are. Because dudes don't have the energy for that. We already got to fight the world. I don't got time to fight with you, and then I got to go compete and fight with everybody else in the world. It's just stupid. If you ain't on this team and doing what's best for the squad, bitch, we switching up this team. And if the team ain't going to be all brown, oh well. Because that's not a priority to me to color somebody's skin. I'm more interested in character and cohesion. But this is one thing that stands out about black women, because like I said, I'm here to just make y'all think. Before you get all mad and get all stupid in the comments and get all triggered, use your fucking brain. That's why you have it. Use your brain. Think about stuff and compartmentalize. Stop looking at the person that said what they said. Stop trying to figure out why they said it, and just focus on how true or not true what they said is. Now I'm gonna say something and just ask yourself, is it true or not? Shut up and think. When you're talking to a single mom or something like that, and you be like, yo, why are you single? Oh, I don't need to depend on no man. I ain't gonna listen to no man tell me what to do. Okay, but that same woman wakes up early in the morning, goes to work where they tell her what to do. So you mean to tell me that you go to work every day, leave your kids with a stranger to be told what to do by a stranger in a chain of command? The person telling you what to do, they ain't even make the decision. That's about 3 people down from the board that made that decision. Whatever company you work for, you never even met the owners because you ain't important enough to. You nothing. You're indispensable. You're about to be replaced with a robot any minute now. AI about to replace that weave. Okay? They're about to have AI ringing up in Walmart. You know how many black women about to lose their job when they put that AI in Walmart full time, in McDonald's and Wendy's and so on and so forth? So I know black women don't like to go do the research. They don't like to be thinking, and they don't follow the leadership of men who worry about that technical type of stuff. But what y'all don't know is by 2024, the amount of jobs that are estimated to be lost by AI being implemented dramatically affects black women the most. You're talking like 78% of black women about to lose their jobs when they implement that AI. Because of the jobs that they most frequent, which is cashiers and stuff like that, right? So this brings me back to my point of hypocrisy. So you mean to tell me you will go to work, leave your kids with a stranger, go to work for a stranger that tells you what to do, but you won't do what your brother tells you to do. You won't do what your baby daddy tells you to do. You won't do what your uncle tells you to do. You won't do what no black man tells you to do.
Given that they're qualified to tell you. Right,
but you go work for the so-called white man that you never even met.
It's conditioning.
And another hypocrisy is, oh yeah, I'm gonna fire them off, rapid fire, get your vest. So you mean to tell me that when black mans like ourselves decided that we're gonna do what's best for us relationship-wise, right? And we're gonna date non-black women, you taking issue with it, you got a problem with it.
I mean, especially when we've tried that.
Right, exactly. But let me get to the part that's hypocritical, right? Because, you know, these broads obviously don't be using their brain. And you can see, this is the thing. I say that and they say, oh, he disrespectful. Oh, he nasty. Oh, he trying to. No, I'm just keeping it real and you don't like that part. When black women talk, they trying to be nasty. Because they name calling and all of that. I'm not name calling. I'm saying you're stupid because you're doing stupid shit and you have a stupid train of thought. So, yes, stupid would be the accurate word.
And not only that, the train of thought has been continued for so long,
and it hasn't worked.
And it generally, don't get me wrong, there are Black American women in positions that it's worked for them. But
and you about to say, oh, not all black women, we ain't got time for all of that. We ain't got time for all that. Not all bullshit. We don't got time for that because that's the reputation. That's the majority. That's what it is. Stop.
Just look in the shade room.
Exactly. That's my point. I don't got time for that shit. I don't got time for that. Not all. I don't got time for that shit. Okay, we're not here for the 10% or 50%. And I'm sorry, the amount of educated black women, the amount of black women that have money and they live in nice areas or whatever, and they still have an air of that stank-ass black woman attitude and that overall lack of respect for black men. Right? And I'm not going to sit here and beg for no black woman's respect. I don't care because people in general respect me. So if one demographic doesn't respect me because of how I look, then I damn sure don't need your respect and it has no value.
I mean, you look good, pause.
No, but what I'm saying is black women don't respect black men just for being black men.
Oh, yeah, that's
right,
a fact.
Right.
Listen, you walk into a room,
that's
you're a black man, you got your shit together.
That's what I'm trying to say. Dude, even
and
stars, celebrities, rich black men, successful black men, they still don't have no respect.
Yeah.
They might be something that they're trying to get. They're trying to hustle something. They're trying to get a come up and a handout or whatever, but they don't actually respect these men.
But I'm talking like just even like, you're right. But even like on a day-to-day, on a normal level, you could be a black man, you walk into somewhere and like, you're sharp, you look good, you got your shit together, you fit. Mm-hmm. And like
black women got an attitude.
And you could just not pay them, like you could just not be like paying them any mind. Oh my God, that drives.
Oh, they so mad.
Oh, that shit drives me crazy.
And you will never get no compliment. They won't say, "Damn, you dress well,"
very
you
few,
smell.
yeah.
Very seldom. Very seldom they give you any type of props.
Women, especially when you dark. Like, I'm darker than you. Like,
but you know what? Hold on. But I'm gonna implement that into the hypocrisy that I'm about to point out.
Gotcha.
So remember, I was saying, you see how when we decide we want to date out, it's an issue, right? Okay, well, why? Because we're not dating black women? Okay, now let me show you how that's the most hypocritical shit for black women. Nobody supports the black gay community more than black women. So you mean to tell me it's okay? So you mean to tell me it's okay for black men to date white boys and to pair up with white boys? It's okay for black men to have an Asian boyfriend, but it's okay for him to have an Asian girlfriend. So in order for it to be okay that he's not dating a black woman, he has to not date women at all. So this is how you know it's coming from purely an emotional place, not a place of practicality. Because if the issue was there wasn't enough eligible black men to go around, why would you be supporting homosexuality? Now I gotta jump in here and explain myself because a lot of y'all are simple-minded. If you're not simple-minded, then don't be offended by it. If you are offended, I'm talking to you. So the guys that's gonna be like, oh, you gay bashing? Bro, trust, I got more gay friends than you got fingers. So I'm not
gay
right. So that's not
nobody.
the point. I'm not saying something's wrong with gay. I'm talking about in a practical sense, it's less eligible men to date black women.
Yeah, and if that's your mindset,
right?
If
that's the problem.
Then
right.
Black gay men should be a part of the problem as well.
Exactly, because there's going to be stupid-ass black women that come to me with all these dumb-ass arguments. All the arguments I hear from black women for why we shouldn't be saying what we're saying is dumb arguments. Oh, well, you're encouraging the next generation of black boys to hate themselves. It's like, where we hate ourselves at? You see what I'm saying? You're encouraging them not to date black women. Can't nobody encourage nobody where to put their dick. That's one thing you cannot tell another man is where to put his dick. He going to decide where he put his dick. Okay? So if he realizes that his experiences are similar, then he gonna probably make a similar decision. Okay, but ain't nobody gonna be like, hey, why don't you stop fucking women and start messing with dudes? Ain't nobody gonna be like, yeah, let me go try dudes. It don't work like that. Ain't nobody gonna be like, why don't you stop dating, don't date black women, date this. You know how hard it is for me to get my boys to stop dating black women? Do you know how many dudes that you know how many dudes I try to convince to stop dating black women? And you're like, oh, there goes Ayindei. There you go. You're hating on black women. You're telling black men to stop dating black women. Tell them the fuck out. Ask the why. The reason why I be telling my boys, why don't you stop?
Don't come complaining to me about your shit.
Because their life be in turmoil.
If you complaining about some shit.
Dude, they over here buying houses.
Try something different.
They paying bills. They buying bitches their iPhone. They paying the car note. They taking care of their kids. They marrying these unruly chicks that don't want to cook for them, don't want to clean, don't want to be supportive, don't want to shut up, don't want to be respectful, undermining them in front of their children. The father trying to discipline the children, the mother undermining them. It's like, yo, I'm the disciplinarian. Let me do what I'm doing. So that's why I be telling these dudes, why you keep banging your head against the wall, bruh? Try something else. I'm telling you, there's something better out there. Because this is a message.
That shit sounds like a nightmare.
This is a message to all you black dudes out there talking about, I love my black sisters and gluh, 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 gluh. Okay. Have you dated out? Because a lot of black dudes say that and they never even dated out. So how you gonna say this pizza is better than that pizza and you've only had this pizza your whole damn life? So many black dudes think that all the issues that come with dating black women are the issues that come with women. No, my brother, no. Those are the issues that's coming when you are dealing these unruly black women from America. That is why you are dealing with that, because where I am from, the women do not act like that.
Nah, bro, that's all facts.
And they don't even know, because they really think that this is femininity. They think that this is just how women are.
Yo,
no.
I see the way some women talk to like men. Oh my
Like
God,
niggas.
bro.
And street niggas at that.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, this is another good one. This is another good one that I want you to go ahead and ask yourself what's going on with this. So, why is it that when black women are lesbians, the black men that they want to emulate and copy and imitate are the lowest denominator?
The gangsters.
They want to sag their pants. They want to put tattoos in their face. So, okay,
And then they think they could fight niggas. Like,
yeah, and yeah,
that
exa-
shit
exa-
blows my mind.
Exactly.
Like, yo,
Dude, so if you want to be a dude, that's what you identify with, whatever, that's cool. But my point is, why don't you emulate a Kevin Samuels type dude? Why don't you have a nice clean cut? You see what I'm saying? Be well spoken and wear a nice suit. Nope, you want to imitate a Kodak Black looking dude. Like I said, I'm here to make niggas think. Stop coming at me with these dumbass comments, these pointless arguments, these straw man arguments, saying I said something that I didn't even say, saying I meant something that I clearly did not mean. Think. I want y'all to think for yourselves and ask yourself these questions that I'm asking. Why, when black women are lesbians, the black dudes that they imitate and emulate are the worst caliber of black men? What's up with that?
Because subconsciously, that's who they.
That's
think.
masculinity to them.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Another thing, ask yourself. Another hypocrisy I get all the time. Oh, you dating white women because you hate yourself. You hate the color of your skin. You hate your own people. It's self-hate. You're confused, boy. You got trauma. You hate your mama. Okay, really? So if it's black men that have an issue with being black or with their identity, why is it when black men date outside, that woman has to acclimate to his culture,
Fuck all that.
to how he is?
Fuck
Why
that.
is it that my boy got the waves? He don't look nothing but American black to me. Do I look like I'm trying not to be a black man?
Let me explain
But when you
something
look at black women, that hair ain't yours, them eyes ain't yours, them nails ain't yours. You bleaching too, girl. It sounds like black women are the ones trying to run away from being black.
Let me explain something to you. Bro.
Maybe you hate your mama.
I'm gonna tell you.
You trying not
this.
to look like your mama.
I'm gonna tell you this one time.
Come on, man. I'm tired of this shit.
Growing up, the only people that ever had an issue with how dark I was, was other black girls.
And they be so fast to go for the light skinned nigga.
Yeah, that's facts.
That's the funny thing.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
You can't have a light skinned chick if
That's
she's
a fact.
quote unquote
Most
not
black
black.
women don't like dark skinned men. That's another thing.
Oh, what it is because they don't want to have dark skinned babies because they have issue with colorism.
Yeah, but then when I start understanding what's on the other side of the fence,
You start realizing that dark skin is a bonus. You like, damn,
You feel me?
it's like that.
Papi Moreno.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you what Shorty said to me last night.
What happened?
Nah, I seen a little Colombian chick, throwing signals. She's fine as hell. So I said to her, listen, because after she seen me, she started throwing a signal. She started walking slower. Like I instantly noticed a speed decrease.
Body language.
So I said, all right, she want me to holler at her. So I said, listen, if you didn't want to be caught, you wouldn't have slowed down. So she laughed, she started smiling, she introduced herself, and she's trying to tell me, she's apologizing for English ahead of time. Like, I don't speak a lot of English or whatever. So I'm like, where are you from? She said,
don't matter.
she said, Colombia. I said, okay, which part? Medellin?
Que parte?
Right, so she said she's from Medellin. So I was like, okay, and then she's saying, yeah, my English is not too good. I said, baby, I understand. I've been to Colombia plenty of times, so we can, trust me.
We'll figure it out.
We can communicate to the extent that we need to.
Right.
So it's funny because I think I mentioned something about, like black guys, because I don't know if it's the shape that I'm in that she's most interested or it's the complexion. So I says to her, you like black guys? She's like, gay. So I was like, ¿tú gustas moreno? She's like, absolutely, sí. And she started touching on me. She's like, I love the chocolate. I love it. And I'm just like, you see what I'm saying? And
why would I turn that down,
bro,
to like
that's
deal
what I'm
with
trying to say. Listen, it's
your problems, bro. Like,
listen. It's bad enough that
you
she,
systematically have been taught to hate black men. Why the fuck am I about to sit there?
And
Why
I want to live with that? Why I want to live with that? Why I want to wake up with that every day when you have a woman that's telling you how beautiful you are and how much you did.
You know, so
she complimenting the dick game. She cooking for you, cleaning for you, the whole and bruh, come on, man. Listen, y'all. We're gonna, you know what? Let's move on to the clips because this is what Kevin Samuels is basically talking about. We're gonna get into that, but we're gonna look at this Fresh and Fit clip and see exactly what it is they supposedly said about black women. Because we dogging black women just as bad as them right now. I thought we were supposed to be doing a better job.
It's funny I never used that one. What about the black dating app called Black? It's funny I never used that one, bro. But hey, man. I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man. LaQuisha. Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders. No, so I'm good. You know, sometimes if they're red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark. If you know what I'm saying. Yep. Okay, so last one, guys.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy.
It's not what he said; it's the way he said it.
Yeah, like now when you starting to like insult someone, and you calling them names, and because of their, their complexion and how. Because last time, I mean, I don't really want to talk about them because I don't want to because it's not about them.
Right. In general, it's not a good look.
Yeah, like
it's feminine. It really is because it's usually the chicks that do that. It's usually the chicks trying to hurt your feelings.
That's what I was just talking about. Yeah. Like that's something that's happened to me personally, so I know how that feels.
But I will say something though: the light-skinned girls, they are preferred, but it's not the reason that women think. Because as I say all the time, women are terrible at interpreting stimuli. When they experience something, their explanation for why this is happening is always terribly off. I'm sorry, and this is women across the board of all different races and nationalities.
Facts.
They're really not good.
They just process information.
Right, exactly. They're not really good at processing the why this is, and then their explanation always makes them a victim. It's like, oh, no, this is happening because I'm a victim. It's like, no, that's not why. So let me explain how the light-skin thing is always misinterpreted by black women. It's like, oh, y'all only like light-skinned girls. Y'all only go for light-skinned girls. They're thinking that it's a visual thing. Now, are light-skinned women very beautiful? Yes. But I'm going to tell you what happens. Because they're light-skinned and they grow up light-skinned, there's a couple of things that are happening here.
I see where you're going.
They're not already like conditioned to think that they're less beautiful or whatever. So they actually value, cherish, and maintain their beauty. They tend to stay in shape. You get what I'm saying? They tend to they're more likely to wear their hair natural. And if they don't, it's more likely to still look natural, even though it's not, because their skin is lighter. So you could believe that might be her real hair. You ever seen light-skinned girls when they do curls? Gorgeous.
Curly hair
beautiful,
girls, yeah.
Right. So because they don't have this preconceived disposition about themselves, they take better care of themselves. So they, in turn, do maintain that beauty or whatever. Now, with that also comes a better attitude.
Yeah, because your self-esteem
right, because they have a different self-esteem. They don't have the same trauma. So what happens is now they're more pleasant to be around. They have a better attitude. They took better care of themselves, so they're in better shape. So now the guy is naturally going to gravitate more towards that because it's more feminine. It's more gentle. It's more soft. It's more cooperative. It's more submissive. It's more pleasant. So that's why he's leaning towards the light-skinned girl, but all the black women see is the colorism aspect of it. But that's what's been trained into you. Now, when you go to Panama, right? Or maybe even Haiti, right? Or maybe even the dark-skinned girls in Cuba. They didn't grow up with that same mental stigma.
Nope.
So they also, like the so-called light-skinned girl, took care of themselves and kept themselves in really good shape.
Yeah.
Or
the dark-skinned women that are in Africa or in London.
Right. You see what I'm trying to say?
Their skin has such a different.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It's like that dark, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the complexion isn't the problem.
The way they eat is different.
Right.
Natural shit, juices and berries. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they take care of their natural hair is different because And all of what you consume, it shows on the outside. You get what I'm saying?
Does
Like,
it?
if your hair has a natural shine to it, it's 9 times out of 10 you're intaking the proper nutrition to do that.
It is what it is, bro. And then it's like, yo, chicks love dudes with dreads. Well, how many dudes love chicks
what
with
did
dreads?
you just say? She said, yeah.
She said, yeah. Hold
Can
on,
you
come
come
here. Hold
for a
on,
second,
come
really
here.
quickly?
I need you to say that
Really
on
quickly.
camera.
Because
Give her some space.
No. The reason why,
Nah, but
because
you look
it
good,
is
though.
100% on brand with exactly what we were talking about. Like it's
We're having
just
a very
weird.
controversial
It's a very.
conversation.
We just want to show who likes dreads. That's all. Can we do that?
Please.
Show that people like dreads.
No. Can
No,
we just
who?
show that you're the one that likes dreads? That's all.
Don't put me on that shit. What?
Okay. Fine.
Hey, but she's cute, though.
Thank you.
She has a nice booty,
I'm
too.
cuter when I am not sweaty.
Well, listen, you know what? Let's touch base.
Next time,
No, I'm dead serious. Let's set up an interview.
set up an interview.
No, I'm dead ass serious. You do that. Let me go get her contact
I'm
with her.
really just not that interested.
No, not now. Like another time.
No, I know. I'm still not going to be that interested.
Trust me, I'll be the arbiter of who's interesting or not. All right, so listen.
So yeah,
My
and
my
it's
Instagram
just,
got hacked,
and this is
but
like
you
on
can
stage.
just
I would
use my
show
backup
you
account
who
for
this
now,
person
and
is,
then,
but she
I'll
just
shoot you a
wanted to be on
text and,
camera
like,
right
a
now. She
link
just came
and
from
you
the
can
gym.
check it out. How much
But-
cardio did you get done?
How much?
It's
Not
interesting.
a ton. I only did an hour on this.
Like it's interesting
No,
how
especially on the Stairmaster. That's
when
always
you
a good
see
choice.
Are you
exactly.
still talking, or is that still picking up what you're saying?
Probably, I don't
That's
care.
really
I
awkward.
keep it authentic.
No, they're not
Wow,
picking
look at
you
the
up,
gram,
so-
baby. All right, I'll send you a DM. Thank you.
Like it's amazing when you're just having a regular conversation and exactly what we're talking about just happened. Like it's just that
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I distracted?
it's just that instant love from the other side, as you guys call it, when
All
I'll
right,
let you do your
play the
thing.
clip there. Let's get back to the source
already
material.
finished. What
Did you
was-
really?
I finished that.
Did they say anything else outlandish?
Nah, nothing salacious. That was about it.
Yeah, I don't really think we need to get too deep in it. Basically, basically the thing is that
I personally think we covered it.
I think that I think Myron knows exactly what he's doing when he's like using those terms. I think he's just doing it for shock factor. I think honestly he really doesn't care what black women think, and if y'all get mad, he doesn't care as long as it's gonna give him a viral moment. To be honest with you, but I will say this: as much as I disagree with him, I don't disagree with a large percentage of what he says. Maybe I maybe agree with about 73% of what he says, somewhere around there. The biggest issue is the delivery, right? And trust me, y'all, I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now, trying to be, let me tone it down a little bit. I'm probably being a little bit
hold
too.
on, but isn't it just amazing, like how
easy it is to deal with non-black. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you were saying something else.
like
Because that was a perfect example of how easy it is to.
redheaded white girl. She hears us say that
And she's actually doing cardio. You see my point? She's no. Be real about it. She's taking care of her shape.
forget that because
Oh.
she looked great. That's not the point.
Okay.
The point is she was so willing to just express her appreciation.
Yeah, I
for
wanted to
your
go there. Yeah,
dreads.
I wanted to go there.
Like it
yeah.
was like there was no like, oh well, I'm not gonna make him feel good about himself.
Exactly.
It was none of that. It was
Right. Oh,
right,
yeah.
I like dreads over here.
Black women act competitive with us. They
I
act
was-
like the black women act like they're competing against us. And listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, all
I
women.
wish
hold
that
on.
she was willing to go on camera. And
Oh
say,
yeah, well,
like,
but you know what it was? She had so much pride in herself. She wanted you to see her at her best. Cause she looked good, but come on, she just did an hour of cardio. She was sweaty and all that kind. So she wants to, have her makeup done and everything. She wants to be on her full, confidence. And I get it. But what I was gonna say is that. Wait, what was I gonna say? It was something. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's crazy because black women be acting like they're in competition with us. Like they can't give you no credit, no big ups, nothing. My boy was married for years. He finally started his own business. And his wife said, oh, could you acting up now because you got your little business? It's like, first of all, y'all married. We got a business. Like, where's your mindset at? And I just noticed that everything that a black dude accomplishes, black women belittle it, which again is hypocrisy. I'm going to tell you again how it's hypocrisy. You see how when you start your own business, a black woman will be the one to tell you, oh, what, because you got your little business? But when they have their own business, I'm a businesswoman, I'm independent, I got my...
I'm a boss-ass bitch.
Right.
Bitch,
How is it that when you accomplish it, you beat your chest with it, you know what I'm saying? You got to put it in everybody's face. But when a black man accomplishes that, all of a sudden, it's no big deal, right? Black dude get his degree. Oh, well, because you got your little degree, you think you smart? But then when a black woman get a degree, you can't tell her nothing. I'm educated, blah, blah. It's amazing to me, bro. He bought the biggest pickup truck available for his business. You know what she told him? Well, because you got your little truck. Ain't nothing little about that truck. Ain't nothing little about that. Ain't no Tacoma. Ain't nothing little about that truck. That ain't a RAV4. What you mean, little truck? So, just like me, black women tell me, oh, because you got your little muscle man. Ain't nothing fucking little about me. I'm 215 pounds at 5'10". What's little about me?
That's hard work.
But you get what I'm trying to say. But if it was a non-black woman, it would be the opposite. They would be complimenting it.
Nah, that's a fact. I'm not.
It's
listen, let me tell you
just,
something.
dude, it blows
Let me tell you
my
something.
mind.
I'm gonna tell you the contrast. Like, I've been in a relationship with an Americanized black woman, and it was just a constant power struggle. And like my
Right.
girl now, when she gives you those affirmations that you are a king, how much shit you accomplish so much
Bro,
easier.
the amount of affection I
Like,
get
you
from my girl, it don't make no damn sense.
You just go out and conquer the world. Like,
She's like, I'm clingy, and I'm just like, nah, this is just you.
Nah, it's cool.
You've been, yeah.
it's okay.
You know what's crazy? I don't even really notice it majority of the time because it's the norm. When she's hanging on me, a lot of times I can't even feel it. Like, I gotta see it. I'm like, oh, that's right. She's on me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just natural. She's in her feminine all the damn time. It's not selective. It's not sometimes.
it's not when
It's
she
not
feels like
conditional. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
It is like
Facts.
the energy is there.
Talk the team then.
It's complimenting. And I'm just like, one thing I was gonna say, because you were talking about how black women, they give us a hard time, but then they'll go out into the workplace and they'll be a lot more pleasant around white folk. That is not something that is isolated to black women. So I got to keep it real at all
that's a lot
times.
of people.
Because I noticed that Latin women, they will give Latin dudes a much harder time than they give black men.
Yeah.
And I notice white women will give white boys much less respect than they give black men. So I will say that is across the board. Women treat men of different cultures better
Based on how they view them.
right, than the women of their own culture.
But the reason why we're not talking about them is because they're not complaining and they're not the ones.
Yeah, man, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's true. It's true.
they're not the ones complaining when their men go outside of their race.
We got to get the because they have too many options to notice. Let's get the Kevin Samuels clip going so that because we are already transitioning to our personal relationships, which is where the Kevin Samuels part comes in.
Yeah, I got you.
So the fresh and fit comments, we're addressing that just as black men that feel the same but probably wouldn't say it like that. So I don't disagree with what Myron said. It's just the way he said it was like he had to put that shot factor on it. You didn't have to call them night riders, darkies, or whatever
crazy.
else.
'Cause
You
now
didn't
you're
have to
being just like them.
Yeah. Well, that and you're acting like they're dudes and they can take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we could take the verbal abuse. That's why it kills me when black women are like, who hurt you and you need therapy for your trauma. It's like, no, I don't. My therapy is Latin pussy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm dealing quite well with my trauma with that chocha. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's not why I go on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm rehabilitated.
Let me play.
The fuck? I need no
So,
goddamn
to give some more
counseling.
clarity. So let's go ahead, DM, and play that clip.
Because a lot of sisters don't, a lot of women, black women need to understand something, that your biggest enemy is not a white woman. Your biggest problem is not, N-O-T, not a white woman. Your biggest enemy is Marisol. Your biggest enemy is the Hispanic woman. She understands how to season food. She understands sensuality, femininity, and she was raised in a patriarchal environment. The difference between femininity and fake femininity is amazing. The Latina problem. Black women, you have a problem. Her name is Maria. Marisol. Love some brothers. And if you notice, they are the old, go to the old black side of town and you will see Hispanics. And the difference used to be that Hispanic men, and the men of each group used to kind of keep each other out of the way. Now, interracial dating, intercultural dating, whatever, is not as taboo as it used to be.
In the beginning.
And when you're talking about what you bring to the table, these women are bringing tables. Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
So you heard Woody had
Yo, that shit is the realest shit ever.
He said knows how to season food.
Yeah, I mean, la comida, necesito sazón, aguacate, cilantro,
Yeah, the
pimientos,
vegetable
todo.
game is on point.
You
And,
feel
and
me?
you know
Like,
what? Look, listen, I have to say this. I gotta say this, man. You see, when you have this conversation with black women, politely, of course, they like to make so-called claims and not excuses, but they like to make this promise, this claim that they're going to be submissive for like the right man, or they would cook, or they would follow, or they would for the right dude. And let me tell you why that's 100%
not cooking
right.
shit
Let,
is
let me let me tell you why that's 100% bullshit. Because number one, I ain't fitting to be masculine when I'm around the right woman. If I'm by myself, I'm the same nigga as I'm gonna be if I'm with anybody else. My masculinity does not fluctuate
Facts.
based on who I'm with or who I'm around.
Because if that's the case, when you're by yourself, you should wear a dress.
Right. So when women are like, oh, I'll be more feminine or more submissive or more whatever for the right dude, that's ridiculous. You should be submissive when you're single. When you meeting the guy for the first time, he's asking your name. You're supposed to be submissive then. Not when you decide that he's good enough to be your man, then you're going to turn a switch and be like...
Because then it's not real.
It's not even that it's not
That's
real.
not who you are.
No, it's not even that. It's that you're not even gonna do that. That's bullshit. You're not gonna do that. You're just saying that.
Or you'll do it for some time, but you can't. You won't be
No,
consistent.
my
because
nigga.
it's not
No, my
real.
nigga. They're not gonna do it at all. That's my point.
Nah, I've seen some chicks act.
It's deflect.
It's like the chicks that gotta clean up their room when a nigga's coming over. Your room should always be clean. You're a woman.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
I'll
Like,
give-
your
I-
bathroom should always be clean because you're a woman.
I give you that, but my point is, what's this being feminine for someone else? You should be feminine because you're a woman. You should be
Exactly.
feminine because you're a female.
24/7.
That's my point. It should have nothing to do with the lack of a dude, because there's so many black women that blame their masculine traits on the lack of a man. The only man you can blame that on is your father.
That's a fact.
Because just like Kevin said, you were raised in a matriarchy, and I think that's the key issue about the black community, is that it's a matriarchy. And why is it a matriarchy? That's a remnant of slavery.
Facts.
But black women don't want to give that up. Black women do not want to give up that matriarchy position in the black community, but yet it's a remnant of slavery. So it's interesting how black people in general are so quick to blame the white supremacy and blame racism and all this stuff, but y'all the ones that reinforce it. Y'all the one that keep this bullshit going, when now you have the freedom to change the tone or whatever, so to speak. But one more thing that I was gonna say about this selective feminism, feminine nonsense, is that when you're operating in these other cultures, the women are extremely feminine, and it has nothing to do with relationship or anything like that. Like
They're
it,
feminine in
like
everything
the
that they do.
plutonic people you come in contact with. For example, when I'm staying at a resort or a hotel or something in a Latin country, the women are extremely feminine. They're like
In everything that they do.
No, they're like treating you like you're a house guest, but it's a hotel. Like you order your food and you already have your food, but they're already trying to like avocate. Do you want it? And it's like that. They're not even charging you for that. They're just saying like, you know what would really go good with that?
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm
they're-
saying?
they're being
right,
thoughtful.
and they're serving you. They want to serve you, and it has nothing to do with trying to get a good tip or nothing like that. And the point that I'm trying to make is it's a patriarchy.
Yeah, because it's
so for
instilled
them,
in them from day one.
right? The same way a dude can open the door for a woman that's not his woman, he's not trying to sleep with her or anything. Today I held the door for a chick that was, on the thing or whatever, and it's like I wasn't trying to beat. You get what I'm saying? But in my mind, that's a man's role. If I see a woman struggling with her groceries or whatever, I'm not trying to smash, but I'm gonna help her with those groceries.
matter what she
if
looks
she's an
like.
old lady, exactly, no matter what she looks like.
No matter
So
what she
my
looks
whole
like.
thing is, why is this good behavior from black women have to be so contingent on the right nigga? Well, if that's the case, you're gonna be a skeleton, mama. That's how long you're gonna be waiting around for this right nigga, because that right nigga, he got better options than you. That's what black women aren't
especially if you
getting.
make some money.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all the ones that are in a position that need to start kissing some black man ass, because y'all the ones that's
I
gonna
start
let.
drinking this shit. I'm gonna get fat.
Dude, every time black women try to have this argument with me, it's just like I try to end it immediately by saying one simple thing. Oh wait, remind me again, who's the least married demographic on the planet? Black women. So how are you saying that the problem is with black men when black men do not have a problem getting married to other women? Black women have a problem getting married to anyone. On dating apps, black women are the least desired, they're the least matched with, they're the least whatever.
And it's sad.
So they're not in a position to be complaining or to be picky or to be pointing the finger outward. You're not in a position to do that. You got to figure out what you got to change as a black woman is what I'm trying to say. And the more that you complain and the more that you try to shame black men for their preference is the more that you're going to make other black men curious as to why are so many black men abandoning dating black women. So what you're actually doing is making it worse. Because you're making more and more younger black men start to sit down and analyze it and be like, damn, is that really the case? Is that really what it is? So hold on, why would so many guys be trying to do something else? They're going to want to try something, and then they're going to finally get it and be like, oh, I found out that other women were a better option through rejection. I'm going to be straight up.
That's how I found
right, it was because I couldn't get a black girlfriend, so it was like,
all right, cool.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
But then, like, when y'all see the source is what it is, then y'all want to, it's over. Like,
and dude, let me tell you something.
she don't get all that.
Listen. Unfortunately, black women have absolutely nothing to work with that can entice men of other culture. I'm being dead ass serious. There is no level up for black women for them to leave out of the black community. They can't just be like, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna become more beautiful. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I'm not saying black women aren't beautiful.
Meaning there are beautiful women of every...
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, black women are taking care of themselves the least. That's a fact. They're out there jogging and exercising the least. They're watching what they eat the least. They're watching the chemicals that they put into their body the least.
That's a fact.
They're doing all of that the least.
And what they're putting into their mind.
And they're aborting the most babies. So is that black men's fault too? That's what you about to tell me? Is black men's fault that black women aborting the most babies? Now, when it comes to black men, our level up options are infinite. Go level up your body. Oh shit, all these more options. Because we can level up our body to dominate physically over all the other men. Yes, we can. We're the most athletic.
And we can't do it with surgery. We don't got that cheat code. We have to actually
right,
do the
but
work.
that doesn't actually work though. That doesn't make you more. This is another thing that women don't know because they don't actually listen to men. They don't ask men genuine questions and then listen to genuine answers. They just make assumptions and try to interpret it, and they're always wrong. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They interpret everything wrong. So this is what happens, right? Let's say I try to tell a black woman, yo, you know all that surgery and all that thing you did does not increase your value. Her logic is, well, more niggas try to talk to me now than before, so you stupid, you're wrong, because more niggas are trying to talk to me. Okay, it got you more attention, but it got you the wrong type of attention. More dudes is coming to talk to you because they want to smash you because you're over-sexualized. And again, this is not exclusive to black women.
Yeah, because Latin women do it.
All these other women do the same exact thing.
I don't think anyone does it more than Latin women.
For example, women will put piercings all up in their face and all their nose and shit, and you're trying to tell them, you know, you just made yourself non-wifey material. You just made yourself not girlfriend material. In their mind, well, more guys approach me now that I did this than before. It's like, yeah, because what that says to a man is that I'm easy to have sex with. What it says to a man is I have low self-esteem. That's why I'm doing all this goofy shit to get your attention. And the guy says, ooh, she's going to be easier to fuck than this clean-cut girl.
100%.
This girl with no tattoos, with her hair the natural color, and no piercings, is more likely going to be harder to smash than this chick that got tattoos, green hair, and piercings. So it's not that he's more attracted to that goofy shit, is that that's a sign of insecurity, which means low sexual boundaries. Yeah, I read psychology books. You should try it. You see what I'm saying? But that's women, again, misinterpreting the stimuli. When if they just talk to some men and ask them to answer them honestly, they would prevent themselves from making a lot of stupid-ass mistakes experimenting.
Facts.
And these are things you can't take back. You can't take back tattoos.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right, you take away those piercings, you're going to have holes all over it. But tattoos increase our appeal is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
The tattoos increase our appeal.
Yes.
And as long as you have your tattoos somewhere where you can put a suit over it, you're killing them on both levels. Because now you got that distinguished gentleman shit going on, and when you take your shit off, you a thug in the bedroom. Come on, man, I'm just telling you how the truth over here in this shit, man. I'm telling you how the truth.
That's why your shit don't come down past a certain point.
Right. That's exactly why. So, because when I rolled up my sleeves at work, when I had a button down, I would roll up my sleeves, and you would think I had no tattoos. That's why they're not on my neck and shit. Yeah. Come on. Another thing dudes can do is they can level up that cash. They can make more money. That makes you appealing across the board. Women don't have these tools. to elevate their attractiveness.
Because their money doesn't matter.
Right. If women make more
Not
money.
to men that have
right,
money, at
exactly.
least.
When
Yeah.
women make more money, it does not make them appealing to high-valued men. It doesn't. When they get these surgeries, again, it doesn't make them more appealing.
I can't take you to
I just about to say I can't
restaurant.
I can't take you around with all them surgeries.
I can't take you to a business
Can't bring you
meeting
some with a fake
or a
butt,
business dinner with people of a certain status.
looking like a
that-
mermaid.
Like we meeting with hedge fund owners and you sitting here looking like that's crazy.
Plastic,
Like, we just
plastic
can't-
Barbie.
We just can't do that. Like it's just not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we just keeping it real, man. All right, so before we get up out of here, because I know you
Yeah.
got a bad Latina to get to. I got a bad Latina to
and I
get to.
got my little baby.
Right, they want
Mi
they
preciosa.
they want their quality time.
Yeah, I
you
gotta
heard
spend
me?
time with my
so,
kid.
listen.
Before she go to sleep, it's a feeding time soon.
So we covered the fresh and fit shit. It's not so much that they're wrong about having just different preference. It's just that they're intentionally saying it in a way that triggers black women, which really doesn't matter because the way we saying it gonna trigger them.
I mean, anything.
Anyway, you say
anything
gonna trigger
say
them,
is
so-
gonna trigger anybody.
Hey, so get your views over there, boo boo. Do what y'all do.
Facts.
But we gonna put your ass in the thumbnail, get that traffic. Fuck it, no shame in the game at this point. Because if I got better fucking points to make and better insight, I want people to see them. So I gotta start doing whatever I gotta do to get more eyeballs on my shit. Cause this shit about to blow, nigga. My channel about to do some things. So now,
Appreciate you having me on.
oh nigga, I've been trying to. If you wasn't so busy living the life and
My
doing
bad,
what
bro.
you do, no, I ain't mad at you for living the life, bro. You living a life, man. You got a gorgeous woman. You got a gorgeous baby daughter. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
The money flush. The business coming up.
Thank you.
You coming from Brooklyn. I can't help but love it.
I appreciate
You
you.
know what I'm saying? I can't help but
Thank you.
love it. You see what I'm saying? So the Kevin Samuels thing, he addressed the whole, Latin women is the real competition of black women. I agree full-heartedly, and we talking about it because that's the life we've been living for years now. Is
That's a
that we got Latin women that's holding us down. We holding them now. I know you the man of the house. I'm the man of the house.
Holding it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did it down.
Your shorty submissive. My shorty submissive. And you know what? I just realized listening to Kevin Samuels, it's really simple. Matriarchy versus patriarchy. That's really what it's about. It's not black versus white.
And we're not gonna tell you what that is. Do your Googles. The way I grew up, my mother made me read the dictionary. I read the dictionary front to back.
Yeah, man, my grandfather used to study with me, man, for my spelling bees. I used
So,
to kill the spelling bees.
you gotta figure that shit
And a
out.
lot of y'all need to work on your reading comprehension, bro.
And your ability to articulate
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly, because y'all be reading stuff and seeing something completely different than what's there. Jesus Christ. And I keep forgetting that, like, I was straight A's in that particular department. You know what I'm saying? I was really good with reading comprehension. That
Well,
means how much do you understand what you read?
Oh yeah, my mother would beat me. That's again difference growing up in an island household and growing up
Yeah,
in an
education is
American
exactly.
household.
Education is important
Yeah,
around there.
your mother tell you to read something, you don't understand it, you'll get a
You
spanking.
know what's
for that.
funny? I interviewed a Russian chick earlier today. I know y'all waiting on that. She's a cutie. She's really cute. So I was interviewing this Russian chick today, and she said something to me that many women have said to me, but no black women have said to me. You really are intelligent. I really enjoy talking to you. You're really interesting.
Wow.
But black women have never told me I'm intelligent. But you know what they have told me? You talk like a white boy.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't even understand what that means.
I'm just like, wait, so education and intelligence is reserved for white people? Oh, so there goes that conditioning we're talking about.
Yeah.
So listen, this is what I'm saying. I know very few black women are watching, but I know some are because y'all be in my comments with your bullshit. And I'm sorry that I don't have the patience and the tolerance for your bullshit because guess what? I don't think black women, I don't care to appease you.
I don't even read
Yeah,
comments.
exactly. Like I'm gonna tell you the truth, and if you don't like it, it doesn't matter to me because when I go to bed at night, I feel good knowing that I tell people the truth. What they do with it is up to them. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. And I'm telling you right now, y'all sisters need to get behind a strong black man.
Not the bozos.
Right, a strong black man that got himself well-rounded. He's secure within himself. He knows
well-rounded.
what it is, and you need to shut up. You need to shut the fuck up. Listen to him, trust him, let him lead you out of your ignorance. All right? Because y'all being with each other is one of the worst things that black women just compound each other with ignorance and bad advice. I know the sisterhood is all y'all got, and it's so important to you. You wouldn't need the sisterhood if you had a man, sister.
And they carrying the trauma of their mothers.
Right,
their
you just
grandmothers,
reinforcing this
they
shit.
sisters, they aunties, they cousins, they friends, and y'all just
Yes.
sitting there creating a cesspool of poor information, just bashing.
Right.
And then that shit becomes, that
It
shit
becomes
become-
your reality.
Yeah, you
becomes your
manifesting that
yeah.
shit, 'cause that's
Because
all
you
talk
keep
about.
saying niggas ain't shit, and what happens is all the niggas that you are eligible for are the niggas that ain't shit, and all the niggas that are quality and got leadership skills. That leadership is leaving the black community and is getting with a Latina, it's getting with a whatever. And y'all about to say something stupid like, oh well, then the black community is gonna cease to exist, and they're like, no, they're not. You know why? Because our genetics is so dominant that when I have a baby with my girl, guess what my